Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And wouldn't you know it, once I got everything set up and the phone stopped ringing, and then the communications I was listening to has stopped. But maybe it'll come back while I'm babbling. Anyway, what I want to show you is something else you can do while shortwave reception is poor. Now, it's in the middle of the morning here in Clearwater, Florida, so it doesn't really matter what time of day, but what I'm using is the Retivus RT21 FRS Family Radio Service radios. I reviewed these back in 2019. And what's interesting is people use this for everything. And locally, about a half or three-quarters of a mile from me is a yard, a big area where they recycle stuff from road construction, for instance. So when they tear up a road and they got all that broken asphalt, they truck it to this location and dump it in piles. And then they'll get customers that want to reuse that stuff. And so they sell it. So that's what they do. And there's probably about a dozen people that work there, and they use these radios to communicate with the main office, each other in the yard. And sometimes it can get really comical. It was that way about 20 minutes ago, but now they've stopped. So I don't hear anything right now. But it's just something other than shortwave to listen to. Now, you don't have to have these radios to hear this. The FRS, Family Radio Service, bands are like on 462 megahertz and 467 megahertz in that area. There used to be 16 channels. I think they've expanded it to 22 channels. So the FRS radios do not require a license. That's my understanding. And the GMRS, which allows you to transmit with more power, does. I think these are limited to 2 watts power. So these guys at that business, which is about three-quarters of a mile from me, it's a big, big area where they store all this recyclable material for building roads and stuff like that. They're also like broken concrete blocks and stuff like that. And like I say, there's about a dozen people that work there, and sometimes their communication gets pretty humorous. Also, you can hear them talk about some of their customers that come in and their characteristics, and they, say, "Hey, there's old Joe coming again. He wants to rip us off." It really gets funny. So this is something you could do. You can listen to it on your scanner radio. You can listen to it on your software-defined radio. And like I say, you can look up the frequencies. Just do a search on FRS frequencies. And like I say, the business one, which they should probably be using, band, and they may, because now I think they overlap. I think they've now kind of merged the two bands, FRS and GMRS. FRS, low power, you don't need a license. GMRS, higher power, you need a license.
Number 2, guys. Taylor, got a copy?
Come on, keep talking. We'll get something interesting
Taylor,
here.
got a copy?
Okay, the other thing is,
Taylor, copy.
oh, he's going to start yelling at him.
This one been class 3.
Now, the range on the FRS radios are very short, maybe a mile tops. I'm in my office, so I've got a lot of interference with other electronics. So I'm just receiving on there built-in little antenna. It's not even a telescopic antenna, it's just a fixed antenna. It's less than a foot long. And I can move around in the room and get better reception. But it was just interesting that I'm getting this business on these radios. And like I say, they're probably using GRMS radios, which are higher power. And that's the reason I can receive them about 3/4 of a mile line of sight from me. Just thought I'd show you that. Might be something else you want to listen to. Listen to those bands. That's it. If you enjoyed the show, please give me a thumbs up. That tells me I'm doing shows that you're interested in. I'm not just wasting your time. If you haven't subscribed, I wish you would. And have a great day. Bye-bye.